Welcome to another episode of Nigerians to the World. And today we'll be traveling to the Asian continent to connect and speak with our sister who is a Nigerian living there. Hi, Uche. How are you doing?
Oh, hello.
Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Okay, so you're welcome. I hope you are having a wonderful day there in China.
Yeah, it's an okay day.
Okay, so this is a show where we talk about what it is like being a Nigerian living in China. Okay.
What is it like living in China as a Nigerian? I'd say it's interesting. It's a whole new world. Nothing like I've ever experienced, you know. I feel like one thing that stands out for me being here in China as a Nigerian is I hardly identify as a Nigerian here. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's like they just see you, to them, you're black or you're African. These two things. So it was something that I had to get comfortable with, because if somebody had met me in Nigeria and like, oh hi, your name is Uche, where are you from? I'll probably say, oh hi, I'm from Oka, Anambra State, I'm Igbo. But here it's like nobody, you cannot tell anybody, oh my name, I'm Igbo. I'm like, where is Anambra? Like, what are you saying? What is Igbo? So once they see me, it's like they look at you, you're black or you're African. Some days when I'm in the mood, I can now be like, oh, I'm actually Nigerian. Nigeria is in Africa. Yeah. So this is something that like was such a huge difference for me, like coming from Nigeria to China, where I'm constantly referred to as a black person or an African.
Okay.
So, yeah.
This is an interesting way to kick off the show. Okay. So so as we were speaking, okay, you talked about where you are from in Nigeria. So can you just tell us which part of Nigeria are you from?
Okay, so I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria, which specifically Oka, Anambra State. So I'm from the east. I'm Igbo.
Okay, thank you. So how did you end up in China?
Oh, how did I end up in China? That is a very long story, but to cut it short, I studied Chinese language in Nigeria. Yes. So I started studying Chinese language in Nigeria. When I was done studying, I got a job as a Chinese translator. So while I was working as a Chinese translator, I got an opportunity to go and interview for a scholarship to come to China and study. So I just went, I went with an open mind. I didn't even know I would get it, but I was like, okay, let me go for this interview and know if I'll get the opportunity. And I went, I got it, and that was literally it. I saw myself in China.
Wow, this is an interesting story. Okay, so now you were in Nigeria and then you took interest, okay, to learn Chinese. What prompted that? You were in Nigeria. We don't have.
You're really a serious question. You're really a serious interviewer. Like all these questions. To be very honest, I didn't have interest in Chinese. Okay, if I'm being completely honest, I didn't just wake up and feel like, I should go and learn Chinese. It was actually my dad. So my dad called me one day when I was in university. He just called me. He was like, you have to go and learn Chinese. And in my head, I'm like, Chinese, why? Like, how? I don't understand. And he was like, China is the future. Chinese is good. He literally was the person who prompted me to go and learn the language. So I honestly believe that if not for my dad, I would not have had the initiative to go and learn Chinese on my own. So my dad, I owe it all to my dad, honestly. Like, yeah, shout out to you, Dad. I don't know. Shout out to him. Yeah.
Wow.
Pushing me in the right direction.
Wow. Interesting. I can also remember sometime maybe either in 2013 or so, I also gave it a try to learn Chinese online, but it was so difficult. I had to leave it.
No, it's not difficult. Trust me, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
It's not. It's like it's not easy, but it's something you can do. Just like everything else, you just have to be persistent, be patient. It's not that difficult actually.
Okay. So what do you love about China?
What do I love about China? To be very honest, I have so many things I love about China. Maybe let me just mention three. Number one is how safe it is. I feel extremely safe in China. I've literally gone for walks by 12 a.m. at night, 1 a.m., only me with my headphones and my phone. And I mean, not to throw shades, but that's something I can't do in Nigeria. I cannot just be walking on my own in Nigeria by 12, 1 a.m. with my, without looking back and checking if anybody is following me. But it's something I do often here. Another thing I love about China is the convenience. Everything is convenient. Like I told you, I had to go pick something downstairs, and that was literally what I ordered. So I can just be in my room, like, oh, I'm hungry, and I just bring my phone. I order pizza, I order something, and in less than 30 minutes, it's waiting for me downstairs. So everything is convenient. You can buy literally anything you want online. Anything, like I can literally buy a wig, just go online, just see a wig, I buy shoes, clothes, cooking utensils, whatever you can think of, it's online. You can buy it online. And the third thing is, what's the third thing? Oh, I like the fact that they have parks. So it's something that we don't really have in Nigeria, right? So for me, it's like, even on days where I'm like, I don't want to spend money, I can just maybe make a sandwich, get some fruit from my fridge, and I just take a basket and I go to a park with a book. And it's such a beautiful day because you're just there, you're seeing other people, you can take pictures, you're reading a book, you're eating, and you don't have to spend money. So I love that there's so many parks around. You can just go look around, take pictures, and I love nature. So that's why I love this particular one. I'm a lover of nature. I love the sun, the flowers. So I really love the fact that there are so many parks here that you can just go and have a chill day. Yeah.
Amazing. Having security, having a lot of, tourist attractions, and then nature.
Is so beautiful, honestly. Like, it's like I don't have to, I'm not scared at night. I can go anywhere on my own. Like, I can just dress up. I want to go somewhere. All I need is the address. I go on my own. I walk. I do. It's like I never have to worry of being maybe kidnapped or robbed or something. Yeah, it's never.
Okay. Now, when you first moved there, okay, probably as at that time you had no friends, and then you also had a little advantage of knowing Chinese language. So what was it like when you first moved there? What were the people like?
When I first moved here, yeah, I didn't really have, I think I had one or two people who were also Nigerian, but I wouldn't say we were like really tight friends, right? So it was not easy at first, to be very honest. When I came at first, like I still had to get used to the environment. I was new. I was like, okay, is this China? Is this how the people are? So it wasn't easy, honestly. But I think with time, one thing that helped me was because I came for studies. I'm in a school, right? So there are things that the school plan, like, okay, come out for this. Got here. I didn't have a lot of friends, like I said, but because it's a school and they always have like programs planned, it kind of helped me like mingle with people, meet other people. And one thing about Chinese people is, if when they realize you can speak Chinese, they become nicer. So it's like, oh, they're always like, oh, you can speak Chinese, like, oh, so it's like it makes the whole conversation process easier, and they are more relaxed to have a conversation with you. So I think that's just it. That's how I made the few Chinese friends that I made, and then made other friends as well who are not Chinese through mingling and socializing in the university. Yeah.
So let's talk about this one as well. You are Black, obviously. So
yeah,
what do they do, or how do they react, okay, when they discover you are from Nigeria? Like, what are some of the responses you are likely to get?
I mean, okay. First of all, there are different reactions because everybody's different and their knowledge differs, right?
Yeah.
But some people, most times, I feel like majority of people, when I say I'm from Nigeria, they don't know where Nigeria is. So they see me and they just start saying, oh, Fejoren, which basically means an African. And if it's somebody maybe I want to talk to or I'm in the mood, I'll just be like, no, I'm from Nigeria. Feijo is not a country, which means Africa is not a country.
Yeah.
And they're like, Nigeria, where is that? You know, and they just look so confused because a lot of them have never heard of Nigeria before. Whereas there are people who you tell, I'm from Nigeria, and they're like, oh my God, so people know Nigeria. They tell you about football. They're like, oh, Nigerian football, or they talk about dancing or stuff. So there are actually people who I've met who know Nigeria. But I would say that the majority of people, they don't know Nigeria, they've never heard of it, they just know Africa. So these are some of the reactions that I get, yeah.
Okay. That's kind of where, people not knowing Nigeria, or not people knowing that Africa is a continent and not a country.
Yeah, we have this, like I've had people too who have like, no, it's Africa. Africa is not a country, and they're like, no, it's not possible. And I'm like, yes, Africa is a continent. Like, hello, but yeah, there are cases like that as well.
So, in one of your videos, okay, that you put on your channel on YouTube, okay, so you stayed a park where some Chinese people saw you, and then they had to stop and start recording you. Okay, what were those moments like to you? I don't know if you felt like a celebrity, because in Nigeria, we only do that to celebrity, to people who are musicians, actors,
Yeah, to be very honest, at first, like when I came to China, I was very uncomfortable with that. It's like I was confused because I'm like, why are you guys taking pictures of me, and why are you guys acting this way? But I think with time, I've just realized that, a lot of them have never seen a Black person before. China is literally, let's say, 99% Chinese people, and then the other 1% is like few foreigners. So it's something that I would say I've gotten used to it, because some days it's annoying because I'm like, I'm not in the mood. Maybe you're just looking scattered and you just want to go buy something and somebody's just there looking and trying to take a picture, but I think it's just one of those things that I have to deal with because I live in China. And a lot of them don't really have bad intentions. They're just curious and shocked. So for them, it's kind of like, oh my God, they're just shocked. Like, this is not something they see on a normal day, a Black person just walking by. So they're just shocked and amazed.
Okay. Yeah. Now, thank you for talking about that. Okay. Now, you just talked about, how it is not usual for them to see Blacks. Okay. So now let's talk about the diversity of the population, and also what are their customs like. How often do you run into fellow Blacks, and also what are some of the customs that happens in China?
I don't run into Blacks often, especially in my province, because my province isn't really like one of the top tier cities in China. So most people that I know here who are Black are maybe people from my school or people from like nearby schools that I know in person. So on a normal day, I don't just go out on the street and I see a Black person that I don't know. Most people I see that are Black, it's like, oh, I know you from my school, or oh, I know you from my friend, or it's like I already know them, right? So I do not run into Black people often at all. And as for the customs, I think everybody should already know this. They use chopsticks to eat everything.
Yes.
Rice, every single thing, they use their chopsticks to eat. And another interesting one is they have their own New Year. So you know how we celebrate our New Year on 1st of January. They have their own New Year, which usually falls January or February of every year. So it's not fixed. It depends. They have to count it or something. So yeah, that's the most important holiday in China. It's called the Chinese Spring Festival. So everybody literally goes back to their village, spends time with their family, and yeah. And yeah, I think that's one of the most important things about Chinese culture. Also, they love the color red. To them, it means luck, goodwill, and just basically good stuff. So you'd see red a lot when they are doing their celebrations.
Now, you talked about their customs, and also about how they eat their food with chopsticks. Okay, so now let's also talk about their food in China. Okay, so
food,
how diverse, okay, is their food in China?
What do you mean by how diverse is their food in China? Do you mean if they have like foods of other countries, or?
Yes.
I wouldn't say so, to be very honest. I don't think they are very diverse when it comes to food. it's just Chinese food. So I cannot just walk into a restaurant in my city and find Nigerian food. It's like, how? So whatever Nigerian food I'm eating is something that I brought from Nigeria, or I send from Nigeria to here, or I buy from a Nigerian seller, because there are people who sell Nigerian food stuff here in China. So you can buy from them and then make on your own. But a normal day, I don't really think you enter a restaurant in China and see apple or egusi. Or like I would be so confused, like how? So yeah, the only place I know you can find Nigerian food in China is Guangzhou. Guangzhou is literally the business hub of China. So when you go to Guangzhou, you'd see like so many foreigners, black, like black, white, people from different parts of the world. So that's the only place I know I've gone to. And I entered a restaurant and I saw them serving like swallow and soup. Yeah, so that's the only place that I know you can find that.
Okay, so as a Nigerian living in China, okay,
yeah,
which food would you like anyone who visits China to try?
Oh, what food do I recommend people to try in China? The truth is that I'm such a huge foodie, and I eat like a lot of Chinese food, so I don't even know if I can pick one. I'll just say try something that is mixed with meat, because that's what I usually try when I go out. They have different dishes that are mixed with pork. They eat pork a lot here in China, so if you're Muslim, maybe just look for something that is beef or chicken. But I don't know, what do I recommend? The truth is that I actually don't know their names. Like I can't, call out a name right now out of the top of my head, but I don't know, just try different things. Trust me, just be open-minded and try different things. Trust me, you will definitely find something that you'd like. That's what I'll say. And they eat rice a lot. So just bear that in mind. They eat rice a lot.
Interesting. So what activities, okay, that people always look out for in China? What events?
What activities? You mean as a student or as like a normal individual living in China?
Anyone, from any perspective.
I'm not sure. I'm just thinking like on my own. What do I look at? I don't know. I really can't say. I'm not really a sports person, but I do know that Chinese people, especially the guys, they do play a lot of basketball. So yeah, that's something they play a lot of basketball. The guys love basketball. So on a normal day, you're passing through our stadium, the field, you'd see them playing basketball. So you take it really seriously. They love sports, so I think they're just really, really active people. I don't know if they look forward to it, but they love being physical and just doing stuff. So yeah, that's what I'll say.
Okay, that's interesting. So when you look at the many perspectives or narrative that people have about Nigeria, okay, both the good and the bad, okay.
Yeah.
So if you are given the opportunity to change one thing, okay, that people think about Nigeria, what would that be?
First of all, I think I would like to say that I like to tell people that Nigerians are not scammers. People usually have that mentality. I'm not sure why, like, oh, Nigerians are scammers or this or that. So I'd like to say that Nigerians are really, really hardworking people, like very, very hardworking, very smart, very innovative. Like, like Nigerians are not scammers. We are very, very hardworking people. And Nigeria is also a good country. It's just our government that is corrupt, like.
Yeah.
And I also want to say that we are not all hungry, because that's kind of the narrative that Chinese people are pushing here, that Africans are hungry and we live in huts and we don't have water. That's false, It's like, it's not true. We have food, we have water, we have good schools, good hospitals. And I mean, life in Nigeria is just like life anywhere else, okay? Yes, there are poor people, but we are not all poor, right?
Yes,
so
yes.
That's one thing I want to change. We have good people, we have hardworking people, honest people. So please, they should stop looking at us like we are from the forest with no house, and then like, no, that's not how it is in Nigeria. That's one thing I really, really like people to know.
Okay, thank you so much for being so honest with your thought and what you want to tell people about Nigeria. So if someone is trying to relocate to China or kind of want to go to China for a vacation, what advice would you give to that person?
If somebody wants to come to China, what advice would I give them? I would say learn Chinese. I think it's a no-brainer, especially if you're coming to China for at least 6 months. Learn Chinese. You don't have to be fluent, but learn the most basic, like ni hao, 这个是多少钱, I want this, where is this? You need those basic, like you need basic Mandarin skills. You cannot just come to China with absolutely no knowledge of Chinese. You will get lost. People will not, nobody speaks English. Like nobody speaks English. You cannot be walking on the road and be like, hello, excuse me. No, you have to be fast with your Chinese, because even sometimes with your Chinese, they'll not even help you. So imagine with English, like people are rushing to work and you're still like, oh, hi, can you, like they'll just tell you, Tingbudong, I don't understand, and then they are going. So learn Mandarin. I think it will help you tremendously if you want to come to China, especially if you're staying for like a long period of time. Just learn. It will help you. It will just make your experience fuller. You can have conversations with people. You can make friends. So it's just learn Chinese and keep an open mind. Try their food. Their food is delicious. I love Chinese food. So don't, because when I came at first, I was like, what's this? No, me, I'm not eating this. So this thing looks somehow. But now, like, I'm more open-minded. I try their food, easily, and their food is really delicious. So just, be open-minded and learn Chinese. These two things will help you.
Okay, thank you so much. It's been nice, having you on this show of Nigerians to the world.
Thank you for having me.